Welcome back, guys, to Steven's DIY Auto Repair.
All right, guys, and we are back. And we're in this 2016 Ford Fusion. This is going to be a hybrid. And we got 226,765 miles on the clock, guys. So, customer would like for us to change out the spark plugs, do a coolant flush, and remove the cabin air filter and replace it, as well as put in a fuel system cleaner. So we're going to go ahead and take you guys along for the ride for those repairs and kind of show you guys how to do it. We are really short on time, so I'm going to bring you guys along for as much of it as I can, or at least give you guys some pointers and tips along the way. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're also going to be checking the brake fluid because they also would like to know if they're going to need a brake flush as well as a transmission flush. So we'll bring you guys along for the ride, show you what we're going to be doing. We'll let you know. We'll let you in on most of it. If not, we'll at least let you in on some tips and tricks or some issues that we ran into. So as you can see, there's no check engine light on the screen. We're doing a fault scan, just a real quick scan, just to see what kind of codes might be present or if anything has been cleared. That way we can have it documented. So without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and take you along for the ride. So let's get to it. Okay, so we have our brake strip plus, brake fluid and coolant test strips. We've already tested the coolant, and as you can see here, so this top is testing the freeze point, the glycol percentage, and the bottom is testing the pH corrosion level. And as you can see, we're still good. So the customer does not have to actually flush the coolant. We're gonna call and see if he would still like to flush it. But based on this test, as well as if we look down here, it's not coming up on camera, but that coolant is still really orange. We're not seeing any discoloration. So in my viewpoint, the coolant is good. So we'll call the customer and see what they want to do. So now let's test the brake. Now let's test the brake fluid. Okay, guys, so here we're testing the brake fluid. We flip the card over, and here is your levels, and we are just at 100 for the corrosion level. We're just right before the replace indicator. So I would recommend the customer look at replacing the brake fluid, flushing the brake fluid pretty soon. I know the customer wanted it done, but we told him we'd do that at another time. Based off this test, I would definitely recommend getting this replaced as opposed to the coolant. So we'll call up the customer and see what they want to do. Okay, guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and go after the cabin air filter. Whether we check it or replace it, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to take our side panel off here, and there's gonna be some clips. So once we got our side panel off, then you're gonna be able to come in here, see the clips and the fasteners. So you're gonna have to remove your passenger air vent. It's just clipped on as well. You pull that off, then you have access to your fasteners here. They're gonna be a 7mm. Okay guys, so now we removed our whole glove box and we have access. So just note that on the bottom, you're gonna have 1, 2, 7mm fasteners, as well as the 2 on top, for a total of 4 7mm fasteners that you need to remove in order to remove your glove box. Okay, so the way you're gonna do it is, you see the tab on top here. On each side, you're gonna have to kind of peel this out to the right, and on this tab, pull it down on each side so you can access your cabin air filter. There goes our light. And by the looks of it, woo, we are definitely overdue for a cabin air filter. So we're gonna get that swapped out. So here's our new cabin air filter. It's from Napa, not a sponsor. Just what we were able to get. As you can see there, a big difference. So we're gonna go ahead and get this put in. We'll bring you guys right back. Okay guys, so we got our new cabin air filter put back in. Tabs snap back. In case anybody was wondering, for the part number 230084, for this one, this is a premium air cabin air filter. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our glove box put back on, and we'll bring you guys right. Okay guys, so we got all this put back on. A trick with your passenger air vent is it's got some tabs up here. You want to go down and under, and then the rest of this will just fall in place. So now we're going to go ahead and just snap this back on. Just like that, and we're good to go. One thing we didn't mention, we did disconnect the battery. Anytime you're working around airbags, you want to make sure you disconnect the battery and wait a good couple of minutes so any residual electricity is gone. That way you can work safely around your airbags, or any electrical system for that matter, especially in the hybrids. So let's move on to the next thing. All right guys, so we're gonna take our engine air filter cover off. It's gonna be 8mm. So here we have access to our engine air filter. And yeah, she's pretty dirty, but we're gonna go ahead and take our whole engine cover off before we replace that. So we'll bring you guys right back. So we have a 7mm here on the side. There goes our socket. So once you get that one 7mm out there, you got another one here. You want to watch your hose. You got a connector to disconnect here, and then take your intake hose off, as well as this one here. This one has a screw or a nut, and this one here just kind of pinch and pull off, and it comes right off. So now we have our engine cover off. Okay guys, so we got all of our electrical connectors disconnected. This was on top of this stud. Just get some flathead and pull it up. So these are all going to be 8mm. So we're just going to come in here crack them all loose. So get them all cracked loose. This would have been an easier one to show you. So we'll go ahead and take these out and then bring it right back. Okay. All right, guys, so just to show you, here's our boot. And we already removed our spark plug. Again, we're using our gear wrench 5-piece magnetic spark plug socket set. On here we got a 5/8. This is the 6-inch with the 6-inch extension. And here is our spark plug. So not too bad, but definitely worth replacing. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the others, get it replaced, and we'll be good to go. Okay guys, so for our replacements, we got Motorcraft OEM spark plugs. There's our part number. So we're just gonna open these up, compare it to the old one, and then we'll be good to go. So as you can see here, they're exactly the same. So we're just going to check our gap, make sure it's within specifications, which I believe it's 0.51. We're going to put some anti-seize on it, and then we'll be good to go. So we got them all removed and replaced. They were all 0.051 inches for the gap. We checked them with our gap tool here. Again, the gap is 0.051 inches, and the torque spec on our spark plug is going to be 106 inch-pounds. So we got them all torqued to spec. So now we're going to go ahead and put our plugs back in, get everything put back together, and we're good to go. Okay guys, so we got everything put back together. We left off our air filter cover. So we already determined that this was in need of replacing. So our customer provided us this STP one. It's going to be part number SA11482. So all we're going to do, put it in here just like that. Make sure it's all in, and we're good to go. So we're going to put the cover back on, start her up, run it, make sure we have no errors, no codes, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, and we are back, and we're going to be ending this with 226,768 miles on the clock, guys. So we went ahead, took it around for a 2 to 3 mile drive. We have no drivability issues, no misfires. No codes, no check engine light has popped up, so we are good to go, guys. So there you have it, guys. That is how you change out your spark plugs, your engine air filter, your cabin air filter in your 2016 Ford Fusion Hybrid. So one thing to note, in this vehicle specifically, manufacturer specs want you to remove and replace the spark plugs when the engine is warm to the touch. It's something I kind of like to do already. It just feels like it helps me remove the spark plugs with less effort when the engine's a little warm. But on this particular vehicle, manufacturer specs want you to do it because otherwise it states you can damage the cylinder heads and the threads and everything. So one thing to note on that. Other than that, we didn't do the coolant flush. We actually didn't even speak to the customer. Normally we do, but we're already stretched for time. They're stretched for time. So if they really want that done, that's another video It's another, we can come and revisit this vehicle. We're probably already going to have to revisit the brake flush in this vehicle, so we'll present it to the customer, see what they want to do. But anyway, guys, there you have it. There's how you remove your spark plugs, your cabin air filter, and your engine air filter. So anyway, guys, if you guys liked this video or if it helped, make sure to go down there, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. So anyway, guys, as always, if you guys like this video, make sure to go down there and hit that like button. If you guys would like to be notified when I put out another video, make sure to hit that bell notification. And as always, guys, please subscribe to my channel for more informational videos and DIY projects. And until next time, guys,